Hi everyone, I'm Zara, Bobbi Brown's pro makeup artist, and I am back again with another tutorial. And today it's all about this green winged eyeliner that is done with all our Luxe shadows. Actually, this whole look is done with our Luxe shadows. It's really simple and takes no time to do. So if this is something you like the sound of, keep watching. So as you can see, I have already done one eye, so I'm going to show you how to do the other side. The first Luxe eyeshadow I'm going to start off with is Metal Rose. It's kind of like a taupey rose gold color, and I am going to go in with my finger just to lay down the color and just press this all over the lid. I've already got my medium tinted longwear eye base on, so it's going to really grab hold of the shadow, hold it down for the whole entire day. So just using your finger, you're just going to press the shadow right onto the lid, and the finger will really pack on the color for you, and then you can use a brush and blend it out. It's a really pretty color. I feel like this is the type of color that you could wear every day because it's not in your face, it's got a very slight sheen to it, and just easy to play around with different colors, especially if you are trying to do a pop of color like I've done with the green. So I'm going to take the eye blend brush, a nice fluffy brush, and go back into the same color. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to start to softly blend it out into the crease. And because we're using two techniques, one using the finger to pack it on and now blending it out with the brush, it's almost going to look like it's two different colors, because as I blend it through the crease, the color is going to look a little bit softer. Just blend back and forth until you're happy with how soft and seamless it looks. Really pretty. And then I'm going to take my eyeshadow brush using the same color. The eyeshadow brush is a little bit of a smaller, slightly tighter looking brush, so it's better to do the under eyes. And I'm just going to tilt my chin down and bring the mirror up. This really helps you to stretch out your eyes, so it's actually a lot easier to blend the eyeshadow in. And I'm going to softly sweep that underneath from corner to corner, just creating a little bit of definition. Just like that. The next Luxe shadow I'm going to go into is called Moonstone. Now this is one of my favorite Luxe shadows because it's really sparkly. As you can see, it's just a very light sparkle. It doesn't really have much of a background color. You can see it almost gives the lid that wet look. And I'm only going to use my fingers with this because anything that has a sparkle, you should always use your fingers because it packs on the sparkle a little bit better and it stops it from falling on the face. So I'm just going to press that on the lid all over and take it right up just underneath my brow. Because it is so subtle, it's not going to look crazy sitting underneath your brow. And a really good tip is if you want it to be a little bit more intense, you can actually pick a tiny bit up onto your finger, like so. I didn't think this through because I can't spray with this hand. What do I do now? Okay, I'm just going to tell you instead of doing it, you can take a little bit of the Primer Plus 3-in-1 setting spray and pick up the product first, spritz a little bit of it onto your finger, and then place it onto your eye, and it would just make the sparkle and the pigment a little bit stronger, but I haven't thought through how I was going to do that. So for now, I'm just going to press it on until I'm happy with how much sparkle is on there. The next Luxe shadow I'm going to go into is Poison Ivy. It's this gorgeous green color, which is what I'm going to create the wing liner with. Now, if you are someone who is not confident doing a wing liner or a liner in general, and you do want to have a little bit of pop of color, this is the easiest way to create a liner, because it just means that because it's not a liquid liner or a waterproof liner, it's easy for you to correct it. If you need to use a cotton bud, you don't have to take everything off. So that's why practicing with a shadow is a really good idea. I'm going to go in with my ultra precise brush. And what I'm going to do is just dip into Poison Ivy, really make sure that the brush is completely coated with the eyeshadow. And then I'm going to take the Primer Plus setting spray because I want it to actually act like a liquid liner, and I'm going to give it a little spritz. So the first thing you want to do is go from corner to corner with the shadow. This just allows you to get that little bit more of a guideline. So I really like taking it through the middle first. So the middle will be your starting point, and you're going to start to work it right into the inner corner of your eye, and you want to make sure when you're doing something like a liner, you keep your eyes open. The reason being is that when your eyes are open, you're pulling them open. You can see exactly where to go. So take your mirror, bring it down, tilt your chin up, and then start to stare down into the mirror. And all I'm doing is a little pressing motion, and you want to turn your brush so that the pigment is distributed around the eye. Turn your brush around. See the guideline? And then you're going to go back into the shadow again and then give it another spritz and carry on. So again, just pushing it. So you don't need to do this long drag of liner. You can just do almost like dot to dot until you're happy with how that liner looks. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get right down to your last lash, and you're going to really softly pull the wing up towards the end of your brow. So that's your guideline as to where to pull it, and very, very soft motions. You see how I'm just kind of going back and forth on it. I'm not again trying to pull out that wing liner straight away. I'm just doing little dotting motions, and I can clean it up later if it needs to be cleaned up. Back into the eyeshadow, and then again spritz it with your primer plus, and now we are going to connect the liner. So tilt your head so that your eye is nicely stretched out like how I'm doing right now, and then you are just going to connect the liner from the lid to the wing. But what you don't want to do is connect it right to the tip of the wing. You want to go halfway so the tip of the wing is the sharpest part. Little strokes like this. And again, don't worry, because it is a shadow. You can very, very easily correct it. And if you are planning on doing a really bold wing eyeliner, I would always say start small first and then start adding. So I've just filled in the little gap that I had connecting the two lines together. And now if you want, you can just build on top of that liner. So same thing, I'm picking up the shadow, spritzing my brush, making it a little thicker, because it's easy to thicken your liner up. It's not so easy to make it thinner. Now, if you did mess up your liner, all you need to do very, very simply is get a cotton bud. You can even spritz a little bit of your Primer Plus setting spray onto the cotton bud, and you're just going to clean up the edges. I'm just going to use my finger and sweep it in the corners just to sharpen it up a little bit. Make sure that both sides are the same thickness, which they are. And the great thing about this is that you can use any color you want, any color eyeshadow, whether it be sparkly or a matte shadow. This is the same technique for anything you want to use. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more onto it, and I'm gonna use the color Taupe, just a little bit of it, because I want to create a little tiny definition underneath my lash line on top of that metal rose. So just right onto the bottom lash line, I'm gonna connect that with the wing. You don't have to do this step, but I find that it really finishes the look and also really pops whatever colored liner you've applied on, just like so. Now I want the green in the liner to really, really stand out. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to curl my lashes just to lift the lashes out of the way before mascara. But also I find that if you curl your lashes before you tightline, and I'll show you what tightlining is in a second, it really makes it easier to do the tightlining, because I always find that your lashes are in the way. And for anybody who hasn't tightlined before or has never heard of the term tightlining, it's basically when you get eyeliner on the top waterline of your eye. So we're very used to doing eyeliner on the bottom waterline. This is where you get it just on the top, so it really frames the lashes and it makes your lashes look fuller. So I'm going to get a pencil. This is the Chocolate Truffle Perfectly Defined Gel Eyeliner. I like this because it's a twist up, so you never have to sharpen it. And I am just going to run it underneath my lashes like so. So it's not going onto the lash bed, it's going onto the top waterline. I find this the easiest way to do it, where you get the mirror underneath and you just kind of take it across. You can absolutely hold your eye up if you find that that's a little bit more comfortable. It definitely takes a little bit of practice, but my gosh, it makes such a difference because it makes your lashes look so much fuller without sort of overpowering your eye with a dark eyeliner. And like I said, it acts like a frame, so it makes the green of the eyeliner really stand out as well. Can you see a difference? It really pops the eyes so much. And even if you're not wearing anything, you just want to have a day where you've, you know, curl your lashes and that's it, you can put a little bit of the tight line on that area as well, and it will just make your eyes really pop without having to put too much on. Now I'm going to finish the look, of course, with mascara, and I'm going to go in with the mascara I do every single time, which is the Smokey Eye mascara. And then take it on the bottom as well. I love to do one coat of mascara, let it dry, and then do a second coat on top. Perfect. So this is my finished green wing eyeliner look using all the Luxe eyeshadows. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you get on with doing a powdered wing eyeliner and if you felt it was easier for you to do versus doing a liquid liner or a pencil. If you haven't already, please do subscribe if you like these types of tutorials. Of course, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye!